Does having ADHD mean you're just hyperactive and undisciplined? Well, let's take a moment to debunk some common misconceptions. It's easy to think that ADHD is just about being hyperactive or that it's a result of poor parenting, but that's far from the truth. ADHD, or Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, is a neurodevelopmental disorder. This means it involves the brain's growth and development. It's not about being undisciplined or unruly. The causes of ADHD are complex and multifaceted, including both genetic and environmental factors. It's not something that is caused by a child's environment or upbringing, nor is it something that a child can simply outgrow. It's a lifelong condition that affects both children and adults. So remember, ADHD isn't about being unruly or a result of bad parenting. It's a complex neurodevelopmental disorder. It's about understanding, not blaming, and it's time we all got on the same page. Now that we've cleared up some misconceptions, what exactly is ADHD? Well, ADHD, or Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, is a neurodevelopmental condition that affects both children and adults. It's not just a phase or a product of a hectic lifestyle, but a real, often lifelong condition that people navigate daily. The hallmarks of ADHD are problems with attention, impulsivity, and overactivity. Let's break down these characteristics. Attention problems mean difficulty focusing on one thing at a time. A person with ADHD might find it hard to concentrate on a conversation or a task, often seeming distracted or in their own world. Impulsivity, on the other hand, is about acting without thinking about the consequences. This could manifest in many ways, like interrupting others, making rash decisions, or having trouble waiting their turn. Overactivity or hyperactivity is probably the trait most commonly associated with ADHD. It's more than just having a lot of energy, it's a constant urge to move and do things. This might look like fidgeting, restlessness, or difficulty sitting still. Now, ADHD isn't a one-size-fits-all condition. There are 3 types of ADHD: predominantly inattentive, predominantly hyperactive impulsive, and combined type. The predominantly inattentive type is characterized by significant attention problems, but less hyperactivity and impulsivity. The predominantly hyperactive impulsive type is the opposite, with pronounced hyperactivity and impulsivity, but fewer attention issues. The combined type, as the name suggests, includes significant symptoms of both inattention and hyperactivity impulsivity. It's the most common type and is what people often think of when they hear ADHD. It's important to remember that everyone is different, and these types are just general patterns. An individual's experience with ADHD can vary greatly based on their personal circumstances, such as their age, environment, and coexisting conditions. ADHD, therefore, is more than just being hyperactive. It's about struggling with attention, impulsivity, and overactivity. Understanding these aspects can help us empathize with those living with ADHD and better support them in their journey. What are the signs that someone might have ADHD? To answer this, it's important to know that ADHD, short for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, presents itself through various symptoms. These symptoms can be broadly categorized into 3 groups: inattentiveness, hyperactivity, and impulsivity. Inattentiveness may manifest as difficulty staying focused on a single task or activity. You can think of it as the mind taking a scenic route, even when it's supposed to be on a highway. This can make tasks that require sustained concentration, such as reading or listening to instructions, quite challenging. Next, we have hyperactivity. This is not just about physical movement, but also about the mind being overactive. It's like having a dynamo inside your head, constantly creating energy and thoughts. This can lead to feelings of restlessness, fidgeting, or talking excessively. The third symptom is impulsivity. It's like having a car with a faulty brake system. The thought comes, and before the brain can process it, the action is already underway. This can result in hasty decisions, interrupting others, or acting without considering the consequences. These symptoms are not exclusive to ADHD, and everyone might experience them to some extent. However, in individuals with ADHD, they are more severe and persistent, often interfering with daily functioning and development. They may struggle with organizing tasks, following instructions, or managing their time effectively. It's also important to note that these symptoms can vary greatly from person to person. Some might exhibit more signs of inattention, while others could be more hyperactive or impulsive. Moreover, these symptoms can change over time, and they may look different at different ages. For example, hyperactivity might decrease in adults, but problems with restlessness, impulsivity, and inattention may persist. Recognizing these symptoms can help in identifying and managing ADHD effectively. Remember, understanding is the first step towards acceptance and adjustment. And with that understanding, we can begin to create a supportive environment for those navigating life with ADHD. How does ADHD affect everyday life? This is a question many are grappling with. ADHD, or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, can influence several facets of life. Let's delve into a few. Firstly, there's academic performance. Those with ADHD might struggle with focus, potentially leading to challenges in their studies. They may have a harder time keeping up with assignments or staying attentive in class. Social relationships can also be affected. It's not uncommon for individuals with ADHD to have difficulty maintaining friendships due to impulsivity or struggles with social cues. Then there's self-esteem. When you're continually facing these hurdles, it can be easy to start doubting your abilities, leading to lower self-confidence. But here's the silver lining. With the right support and management strategies, individuals with ADHD can navigate these challenges and lead successful, fulfilling lives. They can excel academically, build strong relationships, and foster a healthy sense of self-worth. Despite its challenges, ADHD doesn't have to limit one's potential for success. Let's recap what we've learned about ADHD today. We started our journey by debunking some common misconceptions, like the idea that ADHD is a result of bad parenting, or that it's a condition only affecting children. We've established that ADHD is a neurodevelopmental disorder that can persist into adulthood and affects both genders equally. Next, we dove into what ADHD actually is, understanding that it's characterized by consistent patterns of inattention or hyperactivity impulsivity. We also examined the various symptoms that might indicate the presence of ADHD, including frequent forgetfulness, difficulty staying on task, and excessive talking, among others. We then analyzed the impact of ADHD, which can affect various aspects of daily life, including academic performance, social interactions, and even self-esteem. Remember, understanding and support can make a world of difference for someone with ADHD. Thanks for tuning in. And don't forget to subscribe for more insightful videos on mental and behavioral health.